Hey everybody! Thank you for coming to episode 2. If you were here last week, you would have seen the end of that episode closing with the lovely Ann Fonte dancing a waltz. Thank you for being my partner in that episode.
My pleasure, Michael. Thank you.
I'm really excited to introduce Ann to you today. We have been dancing together for a number of years, and the practice that you're offering today, gyrokinesis, every time I experience you in your practice and what I get to glean from it, and as it applies to my own dancing, is this sense of breath and also posture. To me, those are the things that when I think about ballroom dancing, it's a very particular methodology, and I welcome the opportunity to bring in other sort of dance modalities, and again, thinking about how the breath applies to rhythm and also what it does for its sense of activating the spine and posture. That's something that I really appreciate about what you offer when you are offering gyrokinesis.
Well, gyrokinesis is really unusual in that it does really incorporate the breath, and you have a rhythmical pattern as you're physically moving your body. So you have like this synergistic relationship between the inside and the outside of your body. And you are thinking about bones, so it has a weightedness to it, which is good when you want to be up dancing with the partner so that it's not all too high. And I found it's very good for backs in particular, for spinal issues. And I found it because I had a very bad lower back. Mostly my sacroiliac joints, really low, the very L4, L5, S1, which is a very common place for people to have back pain. And it took a little while, but eventually, because it works the connective tissue off the spine, not so much the muscles, it's more about the fascia and the ligaments and the tendons, the things that give you the give and take with your spine. That's what it really works. So then when you stand upright and you go to do something like dance, you have an awareness of your body and how your bones are hanging in space. So it feels really, and it's delicious.
It is delicious, and I just did that as you were talking about it, I feel like. Yeah, I'm excited you're here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thanks so much, Michael. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Your spine's going to be in for a nice treat because I'm going to work with you in a class that's called gyrokinesis. Gyro meaning circular kinetic movement. So we're going to really move our spines in all planes of motion that it's capable of moving through, all while seated here on a chair. So you want to find a chair. This is Michael's kitchen chair that I'm sitting on. You want to try to get a height so that your knees are a little bit down from your hips. You don't want to have your knees higher than your hips. And you want to try to seat yourself towards the front edge of your chair. And have a little bit of width for yourself, and your feet are out in front of you. So if my legs are way back here, the back of my legs are shut off and my heels are off the floor. So you just want to extend your legs just a little bit, always within a comfortable range for yourself, and feel your knees straight out over your ankles. And you can just rest your hands on your legs. So this class is good for anybody of any type of athletic ability or no athletic ability at all. It really works from the inside of your body out, and often in traditional exercise, when we move our body, we're thinking about moving our muscles. Today we're going to move from our bones, from your skeletal system. So as you're sitting up nice and tall, if you just wouldn't mind taking your hands and placing them right underneath yourself, just for a second, so you can find your sits bones. Those are the bones that your spine rests right on top of. Those are those bony things sticking into your hands right underneath your glutes. So that's your sits bones. You can take your hands out, and we're going to do a very gentle rocking on the sits bones. So you're just going to rock forward of your sits bones, and then you're going to rock back behind your sits bones. Just a little forward and a little back. If I go sideways and you're sitting up totally vertical, your ears are over your shoulders are over your hips, and your hips are over those sits bones. So when you rock forward in the arch, I'm going to maintain the shoulders over the hips. I'm just going to rock forward, and then I'm going to rock back. You think of going forward and slightly up, and when you go back, it's not a down. You want to think of going back and going up a little bit, so I'm not collapsing in my body. So if you think about the space of your rib cage, that remains the same. So when you arch, it moves forward and up. And then when you curl, it rocks back. Stays the same, not down. So that's our first spinal motion today. That's called arch and curl. And it looks simple, but I'd like you to try to add your breath with it as well, so you feel the inside of your body working with the outside of your body. So let's just take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, just take a little rock forward. And when you exhale, try to let your jaw hang. And then inhale through your nose. And then exhale, go behind your sits bones and curl. And again, inhaling, so you're creating a circle of breath. Exhale as you arch. Inhale as you come center. Exhale as you curl. Again, inhale, you're on top of those sits bones. As you arch, you rock in front of them, not forward, shoulders over your hips. Come center, you're on top of your sits bones. Now you curl. You rock behind them, not way back, shoulders over your hips. Inhale through the center, feel vertical. Exhale, let your eyes look up where your ceiling and your wall meets. Inhale, bring your eyes center again. Exhale, curl, look a little diagonally down between your feet. Inhale through the middle, so you're layering now. Exhale, let your shoulders drop, eyes lift. Inhale, look center. Exhale, rock behind the sits bones and curl, eyes lower. So now even your eyes are drawing a little semicircle in front of you. When you work your eyes, you work your optic nerves. Inhale, center. When you work your optic nerves, you fire up your central nervous system. Couple more times. Inhale. Can you draw the heels of your feet back towards you a little bit so your hamstrings are getting an exercise, a contraction? You come center. When you curl, feel like you're pushing your heels away a little bit. Now they're getting an extension. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Feel the crown of your skull draws a little semicircle to the back. Comes center, draws a little semicircle to the front. Upper diagonals. Feel the tailbone draws a little semicircle to the back. Little semicircle to the front. One more time. Inhale, up into the arch. Exhale, back into the curl. So we're going to take that now in all directions. But before we do that, we're going to add some spirals. That's the next spinal motion. So again, your legs are wide. Have your hands right like on your kneecaps. And a spiral is just a turn, but often when we turn with the head. I'd like you to try to turn from your belly button, from your sacrum. So feel your belly button starting to turn you to the right, and then your head and your eyes will follow. Don't push it, because we're going to come back to this, and with repetition, your body will gently warm up. See if you can just keep your eyes out on the horizon. Feel your belly button, feel your right sit bone come back a little bit, and then it comes back to the center. All starts with those sits bones. Draw the sit bone back, which brings your navel with you, and come back to center. Inhale up into the spiral. Exhale, soft jaw as you relax. Inhale up into the spiral. Feel your entire spine from crown to tail spiraling. We'll take it one more time each way. Feel how this left leg sort of opens up in opposition. You can push it away a little bit and come center. And last time, around you go and come center. So that's your spirals. Next, I'm going to teach you the side arching. So we've already moved our spines in our forward and back plane, and we've done our rotations, but we really haven't accessed the horizontal plane. So that's what side arch does. If it's comfortable for you to let your arms just hang, that's perfectly great. But if not, then you can just let your hands rest on your legs, either with the palms up or the palms down. For me, I like them hanging because I don't want you to use your shoulders at all. So just go ahead and drop your right ear to the right shoulder. And then come center. Feel yourself right on top of those sits bones. And then just let your head drop to the left. And then come up. So notice I'm not turning my head. If you're a straw, you can still sip here. There's no turning causing a lock on your neck. So eyes are generally always forward, and you're watching me, so that's good. And come up. So down you go. Try exhale. Inhale to come up. And again, exhale. Inhale to come up. And again, let your shoulders hang. Feel that nice stretch to the opposite side of your neck. And up. Eyes are looking out into your space. Exhale. We'll take it one more time. Inhale through your nose. Notice if you're holding your jaw or if the tip of your tongue is glued to the roof of your mouth. Try to relax it. And last time. Over you go. And come up. Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning now, arch and curl, and we're going to put it together with a little bit more movement. So let's do some shoulder shrugs first because we're going to bring our arms up. So pull your shoulders all the way up into your head like you're a turtle that's gone into the shell. And then as you exhale, roll them way back and then let them drop down towards the earth. And again, roll them forward and up. Remember, stay within a comfortable range for your body. Exhale, roll them back. The point of a gyrokinesis class is to open and expand the body. So if you're working and feeling pain, you won't be expanding. Exhale, back and down one more time. Let the inhales draw your shoulders up. You're compressing your back and your neck. And now exhale, let them roll back and down, decompressing your back and your neck. So maybe you feel a little bit of warmth now up in the upper neck and the back. So we're going to take our hands, and I would like you to interlace them like this, if you could please, right behind your neck. So not up at the back of your head, but really right where your skull meets your hair, meets your shoulders, meets your neck. And your elbows can be a little bit facing the diagonals. So if looking straight ahead at me, you should see your elbows. You don't want them so wide because that's going to arch your back, and we haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so again, making sure you're sitting on the front of your stool. We're going to take these arch and curls now that we did at the beginning. So inhale to prepare. We're going to go into the curl. Go behind your sits bones and curl. Now come up through the middle as you breathe in. And now stay in the arch as you exhale. Exhale. And again, come to vertical. Look straight at me. And now exhale, look down between your feet. Make sure your feet are in front of you as you curl your rib cage and your spine back. Inhale, come up through the middle. And now lift your heart up towards where the ceiling and the wall meets. Let your head fall into your hands. 2 more sets like that. Inhale, feel nice and tall here. When you curl, try not to push your hands down on your head. If anything, feel like you're pushing your head up into your hands. Come up through the middle. And arch, let your head fall into your hands. One more time, come up through the center. Exhale and curl. Shoulders are dropping and hanging. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, come on up into the arch. Again, let your head hang into your hands. Just come center. Let's bring those arms down and rest for a second. Shake them out. I'm going to do that one more time. We'd want to try to add the legs now, so the entire body, your entire biological unit, is engaged in doing this arch and curl. Extension and flexion of your spine. You know, often when we have bad backs, we do a lot of curling in child's pose and those types of positions, which are good and feel good. But remember, there's an opposite of that, and that's to extend and arch. And we live in such a rounded world that it's good to remember to open up the chest and the heart as well. So let's go back to the arch and curl. We're going to do 4 more sets just like we did, and see if you can add a little bit of the legs. So we'll start with the curl. Remember, elbows are facing forward. Take a breath in through your nose as you breathe in to prepare. Now as you exhale and curl, just gently feel those heels moving away from your body a little bit. Come up through the center as you breathe in. And now when you go up into the arch, see if you can pull the heels back a little bit towards you. Just a little. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale. So there's a buoyancy in your body here as you feel everything is moving, just like when you were doing your ballroom dancing. Inhale through the center, total body workout. Exhale, curl through your mouth. Let the breath exit. Inhale through the center, up into the arch. Pull those heels back. One more time. Remember, don't push on your head. Let the head go up slightly into the hands and come up through the center. Up into the arch you go. Feel the extension. Come to center and bring those arms down by your sides. Okay, hopefully that felt pretty good. Let's move on to spirals now. So around we go to the right side. See if you can go a little farther than you did before, or maybe not. Come center, eyes trace your room as you go around. And then you move your eyeballs in the sockets so they're not just glazed over. Around you go. See something on your right spiral and come back to center. And around you go to the left. And come back. Feel yourself lifting up out of your pelvis. You go like a spiral staircase as you go around to the right and return. You can relax a little when you return. And then again, up and around. You're like a barbershop pole. and in. Equal stripes between the red and the white. Same with your vertebrae of your spine. Equal distance between each one. And again, up and around. Let's go a little quicker. And inhale, exhale, center. And inhale, exhale, center. And inhale, exhale, center. Focus your eyes at the end stage of your spiral. Notice what you notice about yourself. Is one side a little bit more open than the other? Do you have a bigger range of motion on one side than the other? Last set. This is my good side, and this is my shorter side. And come to center. Happens to all of us. So bring your legs in just a little bit, continuing to think about spiraling. Take your right arm and you're going to cross it over to your left knee. This is one of my personal favorites in the workout. And then bring your left arm forward. So be careful that you're not reaching forward from your shoulder. You just bring the arm up, feel the shoulder is plugged into your body. You're a revolving door. You're just going to spiral to that left side. And then reach your arm way up to the ceiling. Reach up, look up at it, get a big extension. Now you're going to bring this hand over to your right knee and you're going to curl back. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Keep that hand there as you sit up. The right hand snakes from underneath to the front, shoulders in with the shoulder girdle. Around you go. It's like you're yawning. Inhale, reach up, reach, reach. Look at your hand. And then exhale, curl. Over the top you go. And again, arm is forward and you follow it around. You reach and then you curl. And again, fill your body up with breath as you inhale. Oxygenate your body as you're trying to open it up. We'll just take one more on each side. Upright spiral. Reaching way up over the top as you curl back so you feel a little extra stretch on that left side. And now we'll finish it on the right. Up you go, over the top, and now you have a little extra stretch on that left side. Very good. All right, your right side, my left side. Okay, so let's go back to some wide legs. So before we were doing side arching, we're really pretty much just dropping the air to the shoulder. You can do that again with me. So inhale through the middle, exhale over. See how you can feel how your sternum sort of goes opposite. Inhale, as your head drops to the left, you can feel your sternum a little bit shifting over to the opposite side. We want that to happen. Crown is over the tail, over you go. See if you can pop your ribs out a little bit more to the side. The easiest way to do that is to lift up this right hip. So the shoulder, hip, they're coming together, and then put it down. To the left side, let your ear drop and see if you can lift the left hip up a little bit. Shoulder to ear, and then you put it down. So it's a side arch. The ribs are expanding to the left and curling on the right and come center. Now they're expanding on your right and curling on the left and come center. Remember to look forward, not down, because if I look down, you can see that's pulling my upper body down. Your spine starts from the crown to your tailbone. So now we're going to put these two sides together, and it's something called seaweed. So imagine you're rooted to the ocean floor, your right ear is to your right shoulder. Your ribs are moving left. You're going to keep moving left, and then your head comes over the top, just like a piece of seaweed. Leave your head, and then over you go. So it starts at those sits bones again, so you move your sits bones, your belly, your rib cage, your chest, your neck, your head. Over you go. So the danger with seaweed is it feels really delicious, so it's easy to slouch and lean forward. Still make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, stacking your bones, and you're letting the rib cage take you. Take your shirt if you need the help to pull you over. And again, let your shirt pull you over. The ribs are driving this train here. Over you go. And how about the breath? Exhale. Little breath in. Long breath out. Yawn into the rib cage. You know, those muscles that line your ribs, they're pretty thick. So give them a nice stretch here. Let's take 4 more of these. So 4. And you can feel a little push and pull with your legs. As you head to the right, see if you can push your left foot away. As you head to the left, see if you can push your right foot away. And one more time. So again, trying to layer onto the work. And then come into the center, feel yourself back down on 2 sits bones. Feels kind of nice, huh? Let's do a little yawning here. So go ahead and drop your right forearm right down on the crease of your right thigh and yawn up a little as you exhale and stretch. And then change. So I'm sort of flexing my wrist. I'm not really fully extending the elbow, but I'm trying to push out through the palm a little bit. You're yawning. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Yawning is a natural physiological response to reducing stress and to try to get energy. So here, yawn into your body. Okay, now we're going to take it into side bends. So bring that right arm underneath the right thigh and your left arm is up. If you can turn the palm up, that's good. If that's too much, palm can be down. And now it's just side to side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale over. And then change. Inhale, feel wide. Exhale. Inhale, feel wide. Exhale. I'm dropping my ear to the shoulder. Your head weighs 10 pounds, so try not to hold it. So you get that nice stretch to the neck. One more each way. Feel that delicious rhythm. Last time. Over you go. Okay, so we've moved our body now in the forward and back plane. We've done our spirals. We've accessed our horizontal plane with the side arch. Let's see if we can connect it all together like those connect the dots when you were a kid. Just put your hands on your legs right up at your crease if you want, so you can really identify your pelvis. It's really from the waist down. Or you can just rest your hands on your legs as well. Just take a little small arch forward. You're going to go to the right side. You're going to go back behind the sits bones as you curl, and then go around the left side to the front. Can you pull your heels in when you arch? Exhale, go to the side and back. You can push them away a little bit. Inhale, forward. Eyes are just straight ahead. Exhale, you're just thinking about the bowl of your pelvis. Forward. One more time. To the back as you exhale. Stay front. Pull your heels in. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Change direction to the left. Now, because we're working in circles, you want to think of working through your front cornered spaces and then those way back cornered spaces. My circles have corners. So reach from front through that front diagonal, side to that back diagonal, back to that other back diagonal, side to the front. 2 more times. Exhaling back. And notice as you get a little bit more used to it, you can feel the whole spine is responding. Hold, change, other direction. Around you go. And forward. Inhale. And again, exhale. Good. Feel how the attachments of the ribs and all the vertebrae where they attach to your connective tissue are all getting nice and stretched out here, especially around those ribs. Reach them forward, and again, back. Reach them forward, hold, suspend, pull the heels in, change direction through the front, all the way back. Breathe in through the nose, yawn your body awake, exhale. Remember, you don't go down when you go back. You just go back. We're on the same plane. Your tailbone's like a protractor. Around you go. One more time. Exhale. And come to the center. Very nice. Okay, maybe you can feel this area of your back a little bit. You can feel just something in there, a little sensation. Good. So we're going to interlace the fingers again. We're going to work a little bit more on the shoulders. So you're going to bring your arms up, but you want them to be like a diamond shape. And looking straight ahead at me, you should maybe see a little bit, just a little bit of your arms. So again, you're working in a correct position for your shoulders. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Let's draw those circles over our head now with your upper body. So reach way back and come forward. Try to keep pulling the hands apart a little bit so you're having some opposition around. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Stay within a comfortable range. Exhale. Change. Around you go. Back and front. And inhale to the back. All the way around. So your spine is pretty still. You're just articulating through the shoulder girdle, around to the front. One more time. Keep pulling those fingers apart a little bit and come center and let those arms drop. So a good tip is pulling those hands apart does two things, especially if you hear a lot of crunchies in your shoulder when you do that. It helps you to drop the shoulder so the bone, the humerus bone, is right in the socket, and then pulling it apart keeps your arms very active as you're doing it so that not just flopping around without any connection. Okay, now let's see if we can add these circles that we did with our body with the arms. Little tiny bit tricky. I'm gonna go slow. So bring those arms back up, pull the fingers apart. We're gonna start in a curl, so go ahead and curl looking down. Now roll your head to the right, look at the camera. Notice your ribs are going opposite. Now reach your head back as you go up into the arch. Your head's gonna go left, the ribs are gonna go right. And back you go into the curl. I'm not moving my arms, I'm moving my entire spine. So therefore, my arms are moving, my shoulders are moving. And with these arms up, you can feel how your elbows are carving out the spiral shapes, those diagonal shapes. One more time. Inhale, can you pull your heels in? Look where the ceiling and the wall meets. Exhale out your mouth from the curl. We're gonna change direction. Head goes to the left. Keep pulling the fingers apart so the shoulders don't migrate up. Exhale, soften out the jaw. In through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Nice soft jaw and tongue. Two more times. Inhale back. And exhale, curl. Last time, ribs are on the same plane as they go forward. And now as they travel back. Come on up and bring those arms down. So nice work for the shoulders there and the upper body. Okay, so the last thing of the spine that I want to teach you is the wave. And it's just like what you would imagine at the beach, a wave. So you're going to take that arch that we did earlier. Here we are now. Maybe it feels a little warmed up and you can lift up out of your pelvis. You're pulling your heels in. You're going to let your solar plexus, your heart, move you forward like a wave. You look down between your feet and your tailbone's gonna curl you back. Go back, go back, go back. This time you can go beyond your shoulders over the hips when you go back in the curl. So you're creating an undulation in the spine and curl to go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Try that again. This is called a forward wave. Exhale. You can take a little breath in. Push the heels away a little bit. Exhale as you curl back. Your eyes are drawing circles. You look up. You look out and down. Try to lift your belly up into your spine. You curl and you come up. So that's called a forward wave. Now you're going to do a reverse wave. So imagine the wave curling over itself. So that means now you have to go back. You go back to curl. You dive. And then you reach your chest forward and you lift all the way up into the arch. Then you come vertical. And then again, you go back. So you're rocking and rolling over those sits bones. Down you go. Inhale through your nose. You're coming up out of the water. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Look straight ahead. Look diagonally down as you exhale. Open your chest up. Feel the collarbones get wide. And now feel how they round forward a little bit as you curl. So that's the reverse wave. So let's see if we can do one forward wave and one reverse wave. We're going to do some front and then some on the sides. So when you go forward and reverse, that's a set. Let's do 2 sets in the center, okay? So take a breath in through your nose, lift yourself up into the arch, pull your heels in, and exhale as you go forward. Again, you're yawning your body and curl. Come all the way upright, look at me. And then reverse that. Diagonally look down as you curl. Inhale, come on up. Look up to where your ceiling and your wall meets. Pull the heels in as like you're at the top of the roller coaster. And again, exhaling out. Eyes are circling. Look at me. And reverse, diving down. Take the breath in your nose. Hold that now, both hands on your right leg. Let's go over your right leg. Arch out over your right leg and curl. You're a piece of taffy. Pull the taffy out. Curling. In through your nose. Let's change to the left. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Exhale, reach out and curl. And dive. We're gonna do that one more time each way. Exhale, stretch the taffy out. Pull it way back. Again, not down, go back, pull your ribs back, bring your front body into the back, bring your back body into the front, change. Exhale, reach out. And curl. And diving down. Reach up into the arch. Let's finish in the center. Look at me. And curl. Look diagonally up. Last time. And curl. And diving. Come up into the center. Into the arch. Come back to center. And rest. And that's your introduction to gyrokinesis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be well.
Ann, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, Michael.
I'm really glad that you came here today. And, you know, we talked earlier about the fact that your practice invites breath in a way that then lengthens posture, and it causes me to think about my spine, which I certainly apply to my dancing, ballroom styles. But the other thing that I feel by the end of this experience you've offered us is a sense of groundedness. And we're going to need that next week because we're actually going to get into some swing dancing.
Oh, great.
It's going to get peppy. And so, especially when the dances are faster, that's when I want to call in that inner calm. And that's why a practice like this, I think, is so important to that. So
Very true. Especially when it gets fast, people tend to hold the breath, and that just makes you stiff. The breath allows you to be buoyant and feel your lows and your highs, and it does relax you at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of that rhythm, that fast swing rhythm, and how the breath would be so important to that. As you say. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
And thank you all, and we'll see you next week for Swing Dance.